Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here with another NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. We are at the Monster Mile of Dover for the next race in the chase. To my left in the 24 car, well, that's Ricky Stenhouse to my left, but behind me in the mirror there you see in the 24 Napa Chevy there is Brandon. We are going to tackle these 40 laps around Dover as best we can. It's a 1 mile high bank concrete oval, and it's a self-cleaning racetrack, so if there is any yellow flags, the cars should just slide down harmlessly to the apron. So let's get going. Let's get a nice start here, and green flag is in the air, and I did what I said I didn't need to do. We'll scratch the wall just a little bit there. Up in fourth gear, and let's start picking and choosing our battles. Too wide in front of us, a little loose there. Dover is very fast, but also very loose to get around here. I'll try to stick to the bottom as best I can here. We'll follow Ricky Stenhouse through the bottom under the 7 and the 34, and they're trying to go 3 wide in front of us. That is not going to work. We're really going to have to pick and choose well. The car, as you can see, is very unstable under acceleration. Definitely have to do a lot of counter steering, and you're always on a bank in Dover, so the car always wants to pull very hard to the left, so it's a lot of counter steering even on the straightaway. Looks like they're single filing themselves out, which is great for us. We'll go under the 30 here and set our sights on the 32 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. We might pull a Kyle Larson. There goes Brandon to the bottom. We might pull a Kyle Larson and sort of ride the high line if we can. And Brandon is moving, making that middle line work. We'll just see if we can follow him through this pack. We're clear of Earnhardt, and let's see what happens. We'll take the approach nice and easy here. Brandon's going to ride the bottom behind Ricky, and I'll follow him. A little checking up there. Looks like he's trying to get to the bottom of Ricky. Ricky will yield the spot. We tried to go down to the bottom, and Chris Buescher filled that spot very quickly. We can get good drive off on the high line for sure. We'll get back by Chris Buescher and maybe even around Stenhouse. Let's try to make this high line work here. See if we can pinch these guys down to the bottom, but we have to be pretty conservative and shoot. Brandon's already passed this pack, and he's up in front of Kurt Busch there under Danica Patrick. We should have stayed to the bottom, I think, but this will work fine. We just have to give this... Oh, we locked up the brakes just a little bit. Oh, no, we're spinning. Nope, we're good. We're straight. Okay. No harm, no foul. Hopefully the front tires are not... well, of course they're not flat-spotted. Flat spotting in this game doesn't exist. The tire models don't replicate flat spotting. The only thing we have to worry about, though, is the wear. So if we cooked our front tires up by sliding those front tires, we'll have a difficult time making these turns. But we'll do what we can. That little spin sort of got them single filed out. So we'll try to get around Boyer as best we can. I think that's Brandon up top at the start-finish line there. He's definitely made up a lot of time on the leader, and we're stuck back in here in traffic. We will clear Boyer here, maybe make the middle line work, get a good drive off. Now we'll drive under the Biff here, and we are 3 wide under Biff and McMurray. We'll ride the bottom, they'll fall back. Excellent, 2 for 1. We'll use this middle line to try to gain speed on the straightaway here. It looks like Chris Buescher's trying to make a pass, and then he thinks better of it, slowing us all down. Way to go, rookie. We'll take the high line around, and when they're single file, the high line seems to be the best way to go. We'll try the same thing here on Ricky Stenhouse, try to get good drive off and get a fender there so he can't come up, and we'll just drive down the straightaway. As long as they're single file, we'll be able to make up a lot of time. This certainly isn't going to help matters much with the Stewart Haas cars there in front, Danica and Kurt biding their time, let's say. Under Casey Mears, at least, we can pick up another spot here. And we'll go around Danica on the straightaway here. We should be able to arc the corner. Excellent, good drive there. She should fall back as long as her aggression isn't too high. Yeah, she's going to roll back, and we'll set our sights on the 41. Yeah, they're stringing out single file pretty quickly, so we're going to have to drive them down one at a time. It would be more beneficial for us if they were too wide, because Dover is really difficult to drive around too wide with any sort of speed. As you can see here, let's see if I can get around the 41. Oh, and get a good drive off. There we go. Don't squeeze me up, Annette. All right, we'll go around the outside. Oh, looks like the 23 is in front of us. However, maybe we can cut. No, we're not going to be able to cut to the bottom. Let's just push the 23 around Larson as best we can. He's going to get to the bottom. Excellent. I like it when the AI decides to work with me and not ride my line. Oh, come on now. Well, that screwed us up. He decided to brake check in the middle of the corner, and we got into his fender a little bit. But we'll just pretend like that never happened. We'll drive around this car as best we can. Car is pretty free. I can't put as much throttle into it as I would like to get off these turns, so we'll have to beat them in the middle off right here and really get that drive. Excellent. We got a gap in front of us, so we can drive as fast as we need to catch this car in front. Hopefully not be slowed down too much by the 26. Let's see if we can drive right on around. He will give us the spot. Thank you very much, good sir, for not making my life any more difficult. And now we've got to drive as hard as we can. I imagine by looking at how fast the middle of the pack is going that the leaders have to be hauling the mail. Once you clear and get clean air at Dover, it's really hard to pass. Oh, looks like Menard's going to help us out under Trevor Bain there, though, which we will definitely take. If he can slow up these cars behind them, we can get these 4 cars passed fairly quickly. That would be pretty awesome. We'll focus on McDowell next. If old McDowell, yep, he's going to go try to make a pass here. We'll try to follow the 95, and we get stuck behind a rolling roadblock, but luckily McDowell gets a good bite off the bottom of the turn. We'll get into the 38 just a little bit here. No harm, no foul. We'll clear him off the turn and just try to work the bottom here. I think we can get good drive here on the 95 and work on Menard and Bain. Excellent, and then we set our sights on, it looks like Brian Scott up there in the 44. I don't know how many laps to go. I haven't seen the spotter say 20 to go yet, or even 10 to go, so I don't know how much time I have to make it to the front, but certainly I'm going to try to make this middle line work. It's going to, whoop, okay, I'm good. I was going to say the middle line is definitely faster, but the car is skating around just a bit. I didn't get to the power as much as I wanted to. We can take the bottom under Menard here, however. It looks like he's fighting back. He's getting into the turn as hard as we are, but we got him from center off, and we focus on Bain, which should be easy pickings as long as he concedes the spot, and he will. And now we set our sights on the 44, and I cannot tell, is that Kyle up in front of him? There is a lot of room to race up front here, and I don't even know where the leader is. So the leader must be in lap traffic by now, I would say, because these guys are running very, very hard. All right, Brian, if you're going to run the bottom, I'll run the middle. As long as I can get a fender alongside like I have, we'll be able to get good drive off, and we'll set our sights on Kyle Busch, who is all alone. Yeah, we should be able to catch him within a few laps, I would say. He's going to be more difficult to catch than, say, someone running too wide, of course, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Maybe the 2 cars in front of him will start racing one another and slowing each other down and back themselves up to Kyle. At least in a perfect world. A little scratch there. No worries. And yeah, we're definitely catching Kyle. I think in maybe 2 laps we'll be able to get him. Next time by the start-finish line, we should be pretty close to Kyle's bumper, given how much ground I'm making up on him, I would say. We'll get good drive from here and get, yeah, nice run down the back straightaway. Ow! And another wall touch. No harm. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to get solid drive off here in the 1.5 line and nearly be on his bumper. I almost called it. But he's going to take the bottom here. We'll try the tried and true outside line to see if we can get our nose beside him. Yeah, he rolled out. A little loose on corner exit. We're side by side now. We'll have to drive in a little bit more aggressively on this high line. He's still down there, but now he rolls out, and we have the line down the straightaway. Focusing on the next two cars here, I can't tell exactly who they are. Looks like Allmendinger and Logano. So if they get racing side by side, I'm pulling for AJ to drop down under Joey and try to make his life difficult. That will improve our chances of catching him. Really loose on corner exit. You really have to drive this car to keep it under you for sure. But we are catching them, and maybe we're catching that pack in front of them. I'm hoping that they go too wide as well. But no yellow so far. Oh, that was a terrible corner entry. I should focus on driving more than talking. But no yellows so far. There we go. They're too wide up there. And if there is a caution, that would help us out tremendously to get caught back up, because I think we're fast enough. I really do. It's just starting in the back, and with the leaders getting clean air at the start, they just took off. And I had that spin incident and having difficulty getting off the turns side by side with those cars. It's really slowed me up. The car isn't evil, but it is definitely a handful. All right, looks like AJ is not going to press the issue, so we're going to have to drive by them both the old-fashioned way. A lot of momentum here. We'll take the bottom, and then we'll see if we can get Joey on the outside. Yes! Not too much. Have to put a lot of wheel in it, and that makes the car very snappy loose. But we can drive through, scratch the wall just a little bit, and clear him in turn 1 and 2. As long as he doesn't get a drive to the bottom, we're going to have to sort of block him off. And we will indeed. Let's eyes out in the mirror, set sights ahead for Austin Dillon, I would say, with that black and white Dow Chevy. The spotter still hasn't said 10 to go or even 20 to go, so I'm still racing like it's the last lap, every lap, to try to catch these guys. Hoping we can get them caught by the end of the race. As long as we see cars in our windshield that are getting bigger, there's still a chance. They're definitely not faster than us, which is a plus. They're not running away. We just need the time. All right, 10 to go here. So about 5 more minutes of racing, and I don't think I can catch that many past Austin. I'll probably catch Austin with like 3 to go, maybe 2 to go, and then work on Tony Stewart there and Martin Truex. But seeing evil slide. But seeing Tony Stewart, Martin Truex Jr., and Matt Kenseth up there, I know we're pretty close to the front. I mean, it's certainly not a bad run by any stretch of the imagination, because I couldn't even finish the last Dover race I tried. Oh yeah, Austin just rolled over. Thank you, Austin. Set our sights on Tony. And maybe that's the leader going into the turns. I'm not sure. I see him side by side up there, though. But I don't think we'll have enough time to get it done. We'll pass Tony on the straightaway here. Yeah, big run on Tony. Set our sights on Martin Truex Jr. We should be able to pass him in the next set of turns, as long as the car stays under me. Jeez, this car. I would definitely do an adjustment, do a wedge adjustment to tighten the car up. But there's no such thing in this worst to first 10% challenge, a little wall scrape. But I'm going to drive hard, look to the outside, try to get around Truex here. I just need my nose up here, and we got him. Let's set our sights on Kenseth. Try to push hard here. These cars are going to be more difficult to pass than those back markers were for sure. Yeah, we're working on Gibbs cars, and there is Brad Keselowski in front of them. So we're definitely towards the front, but I don't see the leader, which I assume, judging by the track record, it's going to be Jimmy Johnson. So once we see that low Chevy, we'll know we're close, but we do not see him yet. It's Casey Kane in front of Brad there, and it looks like we have lap traffic that we're going to be fighting in front of Denny Hamlin there. We can at least work on Denny, and then we'll set our sights on the next lap car here. Looks like it'll be the 30. Good drive past Denny. Let's cut in front, get this lapper gone. He rolled out early for us. Appreciate that for sure. Yeah, we're in the top 10 now. Sweet, so we are up front. I'm sure the leader is in this pack somewhere, or maybe it's lap traffic, but hopefully Brad and Casey get caught up in this lap traffic. Maybe even Newman, and it looks like Dale Jr. up there, and then maybe Jeffrey Earnhardt. So some lap cars intermixed in this lead pack for sure. All right, Brad, let's work on the bottom, get a good run past him. Excellent, and set our sights on Newman. We may be able to get a top 5. Oh no, that's McMurray. So McMurray will pass him, and maybe Ryan Newman is having a pretty decent day. That means I haven't seen him yet. Oh, that car was a lap down. 2 laps to go. Let's see if we can get Junior. We have 2 miles to get. Dale Earnhardt Jr. / Alex Bowman / Jeff Gordon / whoever is in the 88 this week. Coming to the white flag, and those are lappers in front of him. I think we can get him, but Edwards may be a touch out of our reach. Okay, reel it back in now. 1 to go. Don't be stupid. You can definitely pass Junior, especially since his nephew is peeing on the wheel of progress here. Let's get under Junior. We got him pinned. Use the lap car as a pick to the outside of the 17. And that's going to do it. Not a win, but not a win. But a definite good run for sure. I am pretty proud of that. There's the checkered flag. We came in 6th. So almost a top 5. The top 5 was just right there in front of us. So I definitely can't complain. Oh, Jimmy won, and Brandon was only a little over a half second back. Whew. What a race. Congrats to Brandon for doing an awesome run. There's old Newman. Let's get into our pit. Well, if Edwards is going to... Well, sorry, Carl, but you're in my way. Okay, you can go ahead and defy the laws of physics. Why not? Get to your pit box. Whew. Well, that race is in the bag, which is pretty awesome. There's old Edwards defying the laws of physics for sure. But let's scroll through here and see what we got as far as our slide for life is concerned. We locked up our tires, and we slid into some fools, and then we got it straightened back up, which was pretty incredible stuff. I thought I lost it for sure. We was definitely behind Ricky. So as long as Ricky is in front of us, I could find the lap. No, it definitely wasn't this one. It was in turn 1. So we'll just keep on looking at these laps, and oh, there it was. Locked the brakes up, got loose into the 7. He corrects us, and off we go. But that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold, and I will see you in Charlotte.